Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hampton, Georgia, and Atlanta Motor Speedway, the site of tonight's Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Brady Hanna. In the booth with me is Tony Solari. And Tony, they have getting ready to qualify here at Atlanta, and should be a fun race. 2 of 3 Atlanta races for us tonight here or this week here on Full Throttle Television. But tonight we got the Victory Fuel Cup Series in action on the high banks here. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, 2 of 3 is for sure. And I'll tell you, I'm kind of glad I'm not driving in any of them because after what we've seen yesterday, and I'm sure what we're going to see tonight, maybe even tomorrow as well, it's a little stressful out there on track.
It is. It's the key word this week is white knuckle, and that's exactly what we're going to have here tonight for the guys of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here around Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's look at our track description. If you watched last night, this is going to be the same you saw last night. Echo Park, it's going to be a super speedway race and a 1.5 mile footprint. And you got shorter straightaways and only one true straightaway here anyway. And you got that quad oval in the front stretch. We saw last night, that'd be the trouble spot, trying to, kind of funnel your way through that 6-lane wide travel at the start finish line down to 3 lanes into the corner. It can be kind of hectic there. You think the corners would be the trouble spot because it's only 3 lanes wide, but seems like the entry and exit of the corners seem to be the problem.
Yeah, well, you said it right. The funnel, it's literally a funnel. And actually, I mean, if you look at it on the track map or even in the track, you're going to say, oh, but it looks pretty wide. But the trial with the kinks it almost plateaus. You get like a little kink, a little plateau, then another kink again. And those kinks are so tight, and you're not really allowed to go under that white line out in this league. At least you will be penalized. You got to imagine that as a wall like you would at a normal super speedway. So no passing should be done there. I mean, obviously, it's usable if things get a little hairy, but yeah, you shouldn't be making passes down there, so it just tightens it up even worse. And I'll tell you, there's a reason why I don't like running the outside line, and it's mainly for that kink, because you just never know how quickly that wall just can creep up on you.
Yeah, it's to add to a little bit of the stress for some of these guys. It's kind of hot track out there, 113 degrees track temp. Could be slipping and sliding around a little bit here tonight, but the sun is going to set here, and hopefully we'll finish under the lights. We'll see how that goes, but it's definitely going to cool down as they go throughout the race, so that's going to be a little bit of a change they're going to have to figure out as they go through. We'll look at a race analysis here too tonight. 130 laps, 197 miles around this tricky track here. Stage lap is lap 30, and then we race 100 laps to the finish there, Tony. So they do have a break on 30, but not, you're going to get that, and then you're going to have to race from there on.
Well, yeah, and then, if we stay green, you're going to have a green flag pit stop in that last stage, which is definitely going to make things interesting, especially to the speeds these guys are going and then trying to get woed down into that pit lane. We might see pit, group qualify or group pitting as well, and that could get even a little bit hairier. I don't know. I think the verdict is still out. I mean, I stayed up to 2 a.m. last night, or 1 a.m. here in the Midwest, but I thought it was kind of fun at the end. But I know out here driving in Simland, we're not getting what they're experiencing, and it's a whole different animal.
Well, let's look back a week ago. Chicagoland was on tap, and Sean Rogers was able to grab the victory out there last week. Victor Pfluger finishing in second. It's not going to be here tonight. Tim Wortman Jr. in third, and Wortman another consistent finish last week. Fetter Place was out of town as well. He was camping, so he's back as well. So we'll see if those guys can step forward. But there's your results from last week. And from those results, your points look like this. Matt Cox ahead of last week's winner, Sean Rogers. Tyler Bowers in third. Brandon Fetter Place in fourth. And Wortman in fifth. And this could be a make-or-break race for some of these guys. It's a great time, a great opportunity to grab some points. But you can also go the wrong way here and end up with a lot less points than the guys that start up or finish up front.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta survive tonight, and you gotta treat this like every other super speedway race, and kind of protect your assets, so to say, and make sure you just try to get the best finishes you can. Yeah, I mean the field isn't big, so I mean even if you do finish last, it's not a huge deficit, but you definitely don't want to finish last. And some of the guys that aren't here too, you might be able to bounce points over them. So survive. That's the key word for tonight. I mean it's usually the key word every week, but more so tonight than anything.
All right, and here's the schedule we're looking at. Of course, Atlanta tonight, and we have North Wilkesboro Short Track next week. Then we go to the hallowed grounds of Indy in 2 weeks' time. And then off to Auto Club Speedway. That should be a lot of fun. Iowa's coming up as well for another short track, and then Richmond for another short. A lot of fun races coming up in the series, and a lot of the guys I think are just looking at this race and trying to get past this so we can get to some of these other tracks where you can kind of control your destiny a little bit more.
Well, for sure. Yeah. I mean, this has always been kind of one of those voodoo tracks on the schedule where, a lot of guys are starting to dread. But yeah, we definitely have some normal stuff. And I say normal, though, yeah, but North Wilkesboro, this is our second year coming back. Indy is kind of an oddball. Auto Club is no longer real. So, but it's still more normal than what we have here tonight, right?
Well, it's not going to be anything normal tonight. It's a little abnormal here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looking forward to it. Qualifying is over. It's in the books. It's time to get this race started. We're going to throw it to our starting lineup for the Atlanta 200 tonight for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. And starting on pole, it's going to be the 25 of Greg Carr. He's going to put his Toyota on the front row with his teammate, the 00 of Matt Cox, starting in second position. Starting in third position, the number 83 of Tim Wortman Jr., and beside him is another first to engage motorsports car, the number 24 Toyota of Jose Medina. Ben Tracy going to roll off from the fifth position in the Dunkin' Donuts number 33. Beside him, the 45, that is Julio Villalobos. A couple of Toyotas on row 4. Seventh spot going to be the 18 of Eric Driggins, and beside him, the 34 of Brandon Fetterplace. Last week's winner, the 44th, Sean Rogers, going to roll off from the 9th position in a Toyota. 10th spot going to go to the Ford, the number 51 of Christopher Harrison. Starting in 11th position, the 81 of EJ Luna, and 12th spot going to go to the 99 of Kevin Ruff.
All right, starting 13th, we have Nick Elford in car 98. Then Derek Catt, car number 4, starting 14th. Devin Baker in the car number 3, starting 15th. George Hendricks starting 16th in car 87. Then we have Jeff Chandler, car 31 in the 17th spot. TJ Bartel to his outside in car 89 in the 18th spot. Shad Kern, car 12 in the 19th spot. And then rounding out the 20 car field, we have Mason Hoffner in car number 30.
All right, only 20 cars taking the call tonight. I know a lot of the drivers were not looking forward to this race, decided to maybe skip this one, sit this one out. For obvious reasons, I can't really blame them. This track can be a lottery kind of race, and you kind of Atlanted out at this point. We've had a week of racing on iRacing at this track, and I'm sure the official races have went like I've expected. You might just be ready to move on, and some of these guys are. But this is still an opportunity to grab a large haul of points for the guys who are out there, and you're looking at this as an opportunity to kind of get a leg up on the ones who decided to sit this one out.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it for sure. I mean, yeah, you could definitely, earn a bit of points, and not to mention too, some of these speedway races, all you got to do is be there last corner, last lap, and you have a chance. So I mean, we might even see a new winner, first-time winner, somebody out of the norm. You never know.
Well, they are 2x2, 3 and 4. Again, those tires warmed up, getting ready to go. Again, like I said, the track a little hot now, but it will cool off as we go into the night. It's going to be Greg Carr and Matt Cox, a couple of teammates on the front row. Are they going to try to get together and work together? They're going to try to control this race. What happens? We're going to find out here as the pace car peels off. They're going to come down to the restart zone. Greg Carr going to lead them down. He's looking to win. His other teammates have gotten a win recently. He wants to get one now. Green flag flies, and we're off and racing here at Atlanta.
Man, Matt Cox gets a great jump on the outside line, almost fighting Greg Carr for the lead here. Greg did just not get a good push there. He was getting a good push from Tim Wortman, but he did not get a great start.
Side by side for the front, although that inside lane's got all the help, got all the push. They're going to push clear of Matt Cox back to third as Tim Wortman moves into second position.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting to see what the outside line did. I didn't know if he was going to try and maybe go around him with Villalobos behind him, but they piled up behind Matt there. Now they're just trying to give Matt a little push to try to get him out there. But yeah, we got a 2-car breakaway right now.
Yeah, Greg Carr, Tim Wortman out there by themselves. This is where the battle is now, though, for third. Ben Tracy on the inside, Matt Cox on the outside.
And we saw last night too. I mean, especially it was the O'Reilly cars, but We didn't really see a huge dominant lane. It really just whoever had the speed, if you could control. Towards the end of the race, we were seeing some guys run the middle of the track, and it seemed like they were able to kind of not only manage their car, but maybe kind of just keep the rest of them at bay.
Well, right now it's all about survival. I know you want those stage points. We got a stage coming up on lap 30, but you do want to survive and make it to the end here. Nothing drastic needs to happen here early on. You got to be in it to win it.
All right, Sean Rogers just pulled out in front of his teammate there, Matt, and let's see if the two of them can kind of move up the field. They got a 1-2-3 there on the outside line here. Oh, big checkup.
We got cars scattering back here. Who's that on the apron?
Villalobos.
Oh, he saves it.
Yeah, wow.
They're 3 wide up here, too. In 3 and 4, Eric Driggins in the middle of 3 wide. All that checked everything up. Sean Rogers and Matt Cox back to the back of the pack here.
Yeah, well, I think Jose actually got into his teammate a little bit too hard there, and it did kind of check up his run, and then Villalobos really had nowhere to go and kind of went right into the back of Jose there.
Let's go back and look at that.
That was a save.
Again, into turn 1. There's the checkup. There's the contact. It sent Villalobos down the track and onto the apron. He tried to hang on to it, but it eventually just got away from him. It kind of split in the apron there. It happened so quick there. It put him on the apron, but a great save for the 45.
Yeah. He's all the way at the very back of the pack, but he's just catching Nick Alford now. Now, Nick Alford, I believe on lap 2, he just fell to the back of the pack. He didn't want to be involved in any wrecks or anything. He decided to take the survival route, and him and Villalobos now are kind of linked up back there. So hopefully they're going to have enough draft where they're not going to lose a lap, because I have a feeling that, especially with what do we got, 30 to the stage, I mean, it does kind of put them both in kind of dangerous territory to get that far back.
Meanwhile, up front, everybody's back in line, back together, and in single file right now. And
the whole field is.
If you're in the top 5, you're pretty confident, pretty comfortable with this. But anywhere back there behind them, you're thinking, okay, I'm too far back to make a move here. Although it looks like handling's already starting to kind of come into play. You see the 33 up the track just a little bit through 3 and 4.
Well, we saw that last night, especially in the O'Reilly cars as well. Yeah, the cars looked a little sloppy out there. The rear end getting a little loose. I mean, it's really those kinks. They're so sharp, especially when you're in the car. You really just got to kind of cut the wheel hard to make sure you stay in it. And the fact that they're not going too wide, it does give these guys a little bit more room out there to play, but it still can upset the chassis of this car, especially with as tight as this chassis is.
You see them scatter kind of in the corner. They're kind of doing everything they can, or everything that the car will allow them to kind of handle the corners there. A little side-by-side back here. Who's this? Derek Cat on the outside of Jose Medina.
Derek's going backward.
It was close between him and
Chandler there. Yeah.
Chandler trying to follow through. But everybody decided to settle in and ride right now, lap 9 of 130. And lap 10.
Actually, the number 3 right now, Devin Baker, he actually not only did he have the fastest lap last lap, but he's got the fastest lap of the race, and he's running the tail end of the line on the outside lane right now, too, as well. So.
Getting all that draft and able to hold that pedal down.
Yeah.
No fuel concerns here for the stage, so they'll be fine for that.
What I'm kind of looking at now, too, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so our leader ran a 30, almost a 30 flat. Actually, he ran a 29.9. Nick Alford and Julio Villalobos all the way at the tail end of the pack. They are running about 3 to 4 tenths slower, so they're at least holding some speed. I'm worried that these guys might eventually go a lap down here, but they still got about 19 seconds in the bank before the leaders finally catch them. So I'm just worried that these guys up in the front here in a straight line, they're going to obviously be going a little bit quicker than those guys all the way in the back that's only got that little 2-car tandem. And really, we got 2 sets of 2-car tandems. We got Mason Hoffner and Chad Curran all the way as well. They just kind of stayed out in the back, and they're just chilling right now.
Mention this 4. Derek Cat, he's actually making some ground up on the outside. through the corners. Of course, down the straightaway, they get that draft down the straightaways, and they kind of pull him back. But he's still hanging tough beside the 24 Medina and actually gaining ground through the corners.
Yeah, well, if I kind of feel like, too, if Devin Baker can maybe get up to Derek a little bit tighter there, and they kind of use a little bit of that side draft, and they might be able to start pulling up the lane. And then they got to worry about guys pulling up in front of them, but they might be able to work together a little bit to work up there. We did see it last night in the O'Reilly cars. We had two guys working together, and they were able to kind of eventually take the lead. I think we saw it a couple times.
Oh, we got some guys in front of them moving to the top. Is that Sean Rogers, teammate Sean Rogers, and 00 Matt Cox decided they like what they see. They're going to jump up there and try to make that work as well. Oh, little low.
Better place join them, and then EJ Luna now jumps up the top. They were second to engage that round because of this. I mean, Devin and Derek were already up there.
I don't know that. Yeah. Let's see. Right now at third to engage on the outside lane.
That's right. Yeah.
Now second. Now third again. He just ducked in to get some draft. Who's that leading the pack on the outside?
That is EJ Luna right now, and actually, they are pulling. And you got Kevin Ruff behind him now.
Big draft down the straightaway. Going to take the lead. The 81 of Luna. Out front, noses out front right now. Got that big push down the straightaway from the 99 of Ruff. He's going to take this lead.
I know Kevin's waiting for that clear signal. I think they're going to both dive down there. I think they almost have it.
They do have it.
They do. There they go.
Bring the 44 with them, though.
Yeah.
Nope, actually, the 99 says, nope, I want to lead.
Yeah, he sold out Eli, or EJ, not Eli. Why do I keep calling Eli? We got an Eli in another group.
Well, we have Eli in this group too. Well, in
the other series, yeah. In our Vanlilys series.
And there goes Kevin Ruff by EJ Luna, going to take the lead. Or is he? Here comes the 44 of Rogers.
Yeah, with his teammate in tow. So they've got strength in numbers right now. I mean, it is a white knuckle ride, but if you got the right group of guys, and there is a little bit of slicing and dicing, and it can be kind of fun. I'm not, I can't completely poo-poo the track
with the right group and enough respect of each other. Yeah, it definitely can be a lot of fun. But the problem is when you get side by side on this track, there's really nowhere to go. I mean, no, there is. But it's really risky if you go three wide here through the corners. It's not much room.
No, and 3 wide is not really an option. I mean, we might see it if we, especially too if we catch a lap car. We did see it a little bit in practice. It can get very, very dangerous, and it's I don't know. Would it be blue knuckle after white knuckle because you just completely lose all feeling in your hand after that death grip?
Might be red knuckle if you get mad at somebody enough.
Well, that's true too.
Side by side, though, for the lead, Rogers is leading, but here comes that 99 of Ruff trying to get a run on the outside, but it looks like who's that Fetter Place behind him just cannot quite hang with him enough to give him that push he needs to clear.
And we've seen that with the aero of this car where, you get in that kind of that little air bubble pocket kind of deal, and it's just hard to kind of close in, especially on these plate tracks. You got to get within a little bit of spec. You almost need cabin to kind of lift a little bit so maybe Fetter Place can actually attach to that bumper.
Yeah, but you got these short, straightaways. You don't have much time to figure that out.
No, yeah. And we are, we got 10 to go for the stage. These guys are cracking off some laps pretty good here.
They are. Oh, got a traffic jam. I know the traffic in Atlanta is not the greatest, for sure. And that's kind of what we're seeing here tonight on the track.
Yeah, and just going all the way back to the pack, the 17th to 20th, those guys actually, both of those two little single car groups, they, the back group kept the front group, and now the 4 of them are running together. So they are actually on pace, though, where they are not really losing any time to the leaders. So they should be all good for the stage. Probably smart play right there just to kind of stay out of some trouble, although we did already see Villalobos get into a little trouble on his own, but definitely did not throw it away this night because of it.
Right on board the 34 Fetter Place, looking forward at Kevin Ruff and trying to get together. Pretty good push there and down in the corner there. But I tell you, 00 is doing a great job of getting to the 44 right when he needs to. Coming off the corner, he connects, he gives a good push down the straightaway and gets off of him in the corner. Just a nice little, like, consistent push there and able to keep that lead. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah, well, he's within that air bubble. And not to mention, too, you can kind of see Eli every now and again kind of getting even up to Matt Cox's bumper there as well.
Who?
And that, I said Matt. Matt Cox.
Eli? Who's Eli?
Eli. Yeah, no. EJ. EJ. I'm sorry, EJ. I'm gonna screw it up all season, so just get used to it.
That's okay. He calls Matt Mike. He just,
I know. You call me Richie, whatever, or you call Richie me, whatever. It's fine. But anyway, I was going to say though, I mean, Eli's doing a great job in that third car.
Greg Carr, big moment there off the corner. I think the 83 was in the back bumper there and kind of turned him sideways, trying to keep, give him a push, get him up there. And boy, that was almost a big one there, but he hung on to it. Great save.
Yeah, that was pretty wild too. He dipped down below in the apron a little bit, and that could always be a danger zone as well.
Workman trying to get those guys back up there, and as fast as we say it, there they are. They're back together.
Yeah. Well, they've definitely put a hurting on that outside lane, though. But again, I kind of feel like a lot of it relies on what EJ's been doing. EJ's been kind of, creeping up to the two of them. He's playing the perfect third car role where he's kind of keeping that air between the first and the second car there.
I know what's playing out here. We got Tim Workman and Kevin Ruff together. Kevin needs to clear. They're going to try to jump high and make something happen here.
Yeah, and there they go.
There you go.
They did
That's why he was pushing the 25, trying to get him clear of the outside lane so they could move up there and make something happen. Unfortunately,
he separated. Did something happen? Yeah, Kevin got a little tight or something.
3 wide. They back out of that. That's close. Fetter Place and Kevin Ruff back there lost a little momentum off the corner. A little contact with the 18.
Well, EJ jumped on the top side now too, so Greg Carr needs to be that good 3-car member or a third car in line member to kind of keep that line moving here.
All right,
that's what he can do.
Trying to stay anything here on the outside. Can they do anything? They're going to be coming to about 4 laps to go to finish this stage up.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be getting a little spicy here in the next couple of laps for this stage.
Don't ruin your chance to win this race. Ruin the stage, though. That's one thing I would be telling them right now as a spotter. Listen, I know you want to win this stage, and I know you want to get up front, but do not ruin your race trying to win this stage. We got the big prize left here. Oh, EJ up the track, almost in the wall, all the way up to the top of the track.
Well, out of this group, there's only going to be 6 cars that aren't going to get stage points. So you got to decide to yourself, how bad do you really want them, or how bad do you really need them?
Well, everybody doing a good job. Almost contact between Chris Harrison and EJ Luna coming off the corner. Tight racing, and the cars are starting to not handle that great.
No, almost 30 laps in. Yeah, they're for sure starting to get a little bit sloppy out there.
All right, Luna starting to have a little bit of a. Well, I thought he was going to have a little bit of a run, but the 25 pulled clear. You got 3 teammates up front: Rogers, Cox, and Carr, all in the line there. Just like Penske last night.
That's right. But you can see though, Greg isn't really. Greg really isn't all over Matt right now. So if Greg can get up there a little bit quicker, I think that lane's going to even do a lot better. But right now, I don't know if you really need it. That outside lane has been just having a hard time forming up.
1 lap to the stage. 1 lap to that green and white checkered flag. Right now, looking good for Sean Rogers and Matt Cox. They combined the 2 of them.
Well, it's still better than what I normally say, but yeah.
3 wide. We're going to go 3 wide with Tim Wortman on the top. No, he backs out and comes back in, but that causes a check up behind him.
That's just a product of these the cars just getting a little bit sloppy out there. You can just see, they're fighting handling right now.
All right, well, it's going to be Sean Rogers coming down collecting the stage win. Matt Cox, Greg Carr, 1, 2, 3 for the drivers of first to engage.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and hey, we went green 30 laps. That was pretty good. Pretty good racing out there.
Medina's probably back there smiling. He's in 14th. Maybe not so happy about where he was running, but smiling, seeing his team 1, 2, 3. Here comes the pace car. Boy, that scared me when I first saw that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Everybody gets slowed down for the pit road here.
Yeah,
it's
the only
very
thing Jose
unique
was
pit road.
Yeah, the only thing Jose was mad about is he wasn't up there with him. Yeah, everybody's coming in for obviously service.
There's your stage finish. Sean Rogers, Matt Cox, Greg Carr, 1, 2, 3 for first to engage. EJ Luna with some good stage points. Chris Harrison, Tim Wortman, Kevin Ruff, Eric Driggins, Brandon Fetterplace, and Jeff Chandler able to get that last stage point.
Nice. Yeah, and those the 4 guys that kind of laid back, they're back up to the field now and also getting service. So I'd like to see what these guys are going to do. I assume Julio Villalobos, who started 6, he's probably wants to get back up there.
Right,
and maybe even Nick Alford will start showing up here.
Go see the pit timer here for Matt Cox. He's pretty good on these pit road situations. We'll see if he's able to take advantage here. .9. Here comes his teammate. Roger's going to beat him out.
Yeah. And EJ beat out Greg Carr there. By a tire, it looks like.
So yeah, you talked about it. Our first stage in the books. Clean and green.
Yeah, clean and green.
Stage 1 winner, Sean Rogers right there. So another, he's picking up where he left off last week, Tony.
Well, these guys are the new Hot Lap Hero group. Yeah, they've been picking them up and laying them down just week in, week out. So I'm not too shocked right now.
Speaking of Hot Lap, who's got our fastest lap right now? Well, that would be the 3 of Devin Baker.
Yeah, he's been able to kind of hang on to that lap as well. He's got a quick car out there. He just needs a little bit of track position. Unfortunately, yeah, he's sitting in 15th right now.
Yep, good looking car too. Red, white, and blue. Can't go wrong with that. Nope. On the 3 car. I mean, how American can you get?
Well, I mean, if he's got a Ryan Blaney mustache, that's pretty American.
I don't know. They were talking about in the truck race. There was I forgot his name. He was an IndyCar driver. Came over to run some trucks, and he had a Ryan Blaney look with a British accent.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I don't think I've seen.
I can't believe I can't remember his name because I know I watched IndyCar. I don't remember his name. Somebody in chat maybe help me out. Speaking of chat, we got one guy in chat. Look at Richie. Let's go BBQ Motorsports. I don't think they're in the race tonight.
And there's nobody barbecuing on pit road either, so we've been clean and green.
BBQ. Yeah, well, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. And here's the interesting thing, Tony. Again, fuel mileage. They're estimated to go around 62 laps on a tank of fuel. So you're going to have to make a pit stop if we stay green here. And boy, do I hope we get green flag stops, because it surely gets interesting here, trying to get down to this pit road and around to pit speed.
Well, yeah, because it's almost like a road course corner where you're going to have to go around to that road course. There is no speed limit on the corner itself, but obviously you guys still got to get slowed down before you get into the box.
Absolutely. All right, pace car is going to peel off. We're going to get a restart. The teammates up front. Sean Rogers, Matt Cox on the front row. EJ Luna, Greg Carr, Tim Wortman, your top 5. Green flag flies, and it's a great start for Sean Rogers.
I'm just waiting to see if he might jump up the track there, and it looks like he might be trying to get in front of Matt, or he's mirror driving. No, he's back down.
Yeah, no, Greg Carr. Boy, I've combined all their names. Greg Carr dropped to the bottom there, so I assumed they were going to get to the bottom.
Yeah, I kind of figured the 3 of them would have tried to link back up again. Especially, like you say, the pit fuel window is, 62 laps? Half of this is going to be 50 from now, so you're figuring maybe anywhere from, say, 80 to 90, I would say. It does give you pretty big pit windows. So really, technically, you can come in around lap 70 if you really wanted to, and you'll still have enough to make it to the end of this race here with fuel. But it just depends on, if you got your teammates all lined up, ready to go. And I don't know. Do you go with numbers?
Sean Rogers up the track. Here comes EJ Luna underneath. He's going to lead that lap. So the 81 back out front.
Well, I almost feel like this might be strategy. And, you know, I always talk about this in speedway races. The guy leading is using the most fuel. And the more if it goes down to green flag stops or even just yellow flag stops, if you got to put more fuel in the car, it's going to take you longer to pit. So if you're not burning up a lot of fuel, you're going to have a shorter pit stop. So that might not be a bad strategy for these first two gauge. Let somebody else lead. Let's draft off them. Save as much gas as you can till you get to that pit stop.
Well, they're almost 3 wide back there. They settled that back down to 2 wide. That was close. And I hate to tell our leader, Luna, but if you look behind him, second, third, fourth, yeah, that'd be teammates. So at some point, you're probably going to get hung out here.
Well, like I said, there's really nothing to do right now except just go out there, log those laps, and again, like I say, save fuel. That way, if you do get a green flag pit stops, I assume they're going to be taking tires just because the tire wear around here. But, you know, again, you're going to take a little bit less fuel if you can save a little bit more than, say, you are.
I think you are seeing 2 different strategies here. You got the guys on the bottom willing to just kind of sit and ride. But then you got the guys on the top. Chris Harrison, Devin Baker, who's up there? Villalobos. They're wanting to move forward. They're going to the top side trying to make ground up here. They want to go to the front.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you got the guys out there racing and the guys riding, and to me, if I was out there, I'd be riding right now. There's really nothing on the line until you really get to that green flag stop, or you know, you got to get to that pit window to where you're not going to have to pit again. And that's really where these races come down to.
Wortman going to the top as well said, "Let me lead this pack." He's going to go to the outside of the 2 teammates in front of him. He's going to make it up to second, but he's leading it outside lane now. He's got Chris Harrison behind him.
Yeah, they wanna run, and hey, that's cool. I mean, it's a little bit less boring for us in the booth if they're out there running. But if, like I say, if I were on the track, I'd be right where first two gauge is, just chilling, Sunday driving, saving a little bit, you know, being off throttle, not pushing the issue.
Chris Harrison with a bobble off turn 2 there.
Yep.
But it's going to be enough. Oh, the guy's dipping down the apron there on entry. But that's going to be Tim Wortman to the lead. Tim Wortman, your new leader here at Atlanta.
Well, again, those guys that are maybe saving gas are like, all right, cool. We got more guys in front we could draft off. So we can pull back the throttle a little bit more. Like I say, to me, that's your biggest thing. This the last time you pit on these super speedways is really makes or breaks. And if we do get green flag, that really just it shows the men from the boys, and you know, it just shows how the team can work together as well. And it's really what these plate races come down to.
We saw a bobble there mid pack there. I don't know if it was Chris Harrison or Devin Baker or somebody with a little bit of bobble on the top. They're kind of checked them up just a little bit, but they're back going. They're still side by side. Great car. Big push down the backstretch from the 3 onto the 51.
Yeah, they're really trying to make that outside line work, very much so. But there again, too, and we saw this. Yeah. Well, and not to mention, you know, back to that fuel saving, you're burning up more fuel on the outside line as well. Longer way to go.
Everybody has to stop, but it's a question of, can you short fuel, take less fuel? Is that the 51 getting out of shape on exit? I'm not sure if his car's getting out of shape a little bit, which is kind of worrisome for everybody behind him.
Well, you got to have a good car to lead late as well. You got to have a car that's got some speed in it.
The bad thing is, Tony, if you're one of these cars and you see it you're behind him and you see him up there struggling, there's really not much you can do. You're behind him. I mean, your escape routes are very limited here.
Yeah, I think Devin Baker's kind of learning that lesson really, really bad right now too. Especially that whole outside line is just getting the freight train.
We better find another day to try to push the issue when you see something like that happening. So it might be the smart move for them to kind of just bail out and reset and try this again.
Yeah, and I just saw the 33 of Ben Tracy. I was kind of waiting to see some guys abandon ship on that top line, and yeah, Tracy was the first one up there that said, nope, I'm swiping left. I'm going to go back down on the inside.
And now the longer this line gets on the inside, though, Tony, the more checkups you're going to have, too. I mean, if you go into these corners, especially turn 3, it seems like the checkups are really really extreme here just because everybody's packed so tight. You get those big runs, but you get a short run. And it just happens so quick. Everything happens quicker here because this track is a mile shorter than most of the other super speedways we run.
Yeah, I mean, at Daytona and Talladega, I mean, you almost got a little time to kind of take a breath down the back straight, and even in the front straightaway, it's just a little bit of, just a little relaxing, you get a little extra, half a mile, I think, down those straightaways. And it just, you can kind of take a nice deep breath and, kind of collect your thoughts before the next corner. Here, not so much.
Well, Ben's decided he's got his breath back. He's back to the outside. Tim Wortman continued to lead out front, though, over E.J. Luna, Sean Rogers, Matt Cox, and Greg Carr, your top 5, lap 47 of 130. Let's look at our fuel. Let's see. We've got a pit stop coming up at around in 47 laps if they go all the way. Someone won't stretch all the way, surely. But that's about as far as they can go.
Yeah, and I would say, too, I mean, we might see somebody coming in maybe as early as 25 more laps. You definitely don't want to be any earlier than the next 25 laps, just because you're not going to have enough to make it to the end. And you always want to have just a little extra bank for green, white, checkered, although we've been looking pretty clean and green. Everybody's racing out there with the smooth head right now.
Tony, we got some really hungry cars up in first and second, though. Tim Wortman looking to get that win. E.J. Luna's got a win, I believe, but he's been a while. He's wanting to get another one here. Really hungry drivers, and behind him is our winner from last week, our winner from 2 weeks ago, and Greg Carr is looking for a win as well, trying to get a win. He's one of the teammates looking to get a win like his teammates have.
Well, and you look at the three of them too, and they're a lot different driving. They're driving a lot different than they were before the stage. They're spread out a little bit. Again, I have a feeling their strategy right now is to chill and save as much gas as possible and just not really push the issue. They got great track position, so.
It's smart driving because there's, like you said, there's really nothing at play right now. You got your stage points. Now it's just ride. You got a pit stop, you got coming up. Now it's just kind of take it easy and play this out and then see after the pit stop where you end up.
Yeah, you want to kind of work your team strategy, figure out when you're going to come in. Is everybody on the inside line? Is everybody diving into pit road when the go is ready to go? And I believe everybody is there. Even Jose Medina, he's on the inside line as well. So I mean, they're just all. And I mean, all the teams are doing this right now. They're thinking about when are they going to pit? Do they want to pit before? Do they want to wait for the leaders to pit? And then you got to execute on pit road. We say this too over super speedway. Who's diving in? You definitely want to give your teammates a room, but you not only you want to get into your stalls and get your service done, you want to make sure you're all on the same strategy, and it's more important to get out at the very same time and to make sure you get that draft working for you right off the bat.
Watching Nick Alford in the 98, he's trying to get some track position. He had some struggles before the stage there and kind of fell back. He's trying to work his way forward, maybe even to find his teammate up there, Fetter Place, in 6th spot.
Yeah, well, he fell back, I think, because he wanted to. I think he wanted to stay on any early mayhem, so he chose to kind of, go back to the pack. But that does kind of bring me back to that back of the pack. The 2 cars eventually caught 4 cars, and the 4 cars running in line were running about as quickly as the field were. So, I mean, normally, too, when you're at these plate tracks, you have strength in numbers. But out here at Atlanta, you can still make a lot of speed over the rest of the field with just 4 cars. So, you look at, I go back to first to engage. I mean, if they can get all their 3 cars, get Jose Benita in the mix as well, that's a 4-car force that could maybe run a rampant on the rest of this field here. So, I mean, a 4-car strategy can work. You don't need strength as numbers is what I'm saying when you go to pit.
Right on board with the, I guess, there you go. 45 Villalobos. You see Nick Alford pull down in front of his teammate. That's exactly what he wanted. I told you he was looking for him, and he found him, dropped down in front, and get to go. Now, is Villalobos going to get the same treatment?
Well, he is a teammate, so I mean, he should. Oh no, Villalobos is not. No,
Jake's Motorsports.
I thought one of those guys were. I might be wrong. They're working together though. They're in the same Discord channel.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I think they are.
And EJ and Julio are with Brandon and Nick. So yeah,
he found somewhere to ride right there in front of the 34 and behind the 98. So there you go. He's in the hot lap sandwich.
Yeah. Okay.
Devin Baker now leading that top side
up there. All right, so we got some team. We got the teams forming up here. We got 3 and 3. Although Eli is part of the EJ is part of the Hot Lap Hero kind of grouping right now as well. And he's running second.
EJ and cohort. Yeah, that's a whole nother group. That's Kermit Henney's group.
Yeah, Wortman and Kevin Ruff now. Those obviously Wortman's still leading out there.
Wortman in first and Kevin Ruff in 11th. So he's going to sandwich all these guys together.
Yeah. And that's going to be tough if they decide to pit together. And especially, too, being the leader, it could be, say if Hot Lap Hero say, hey, we want to pit at such and such lap. Kevin Ruff is in the position where he can dive in with them. Unfortunately, Wortman will miss pit road by the time that actually happens. So, yeah, that could be a little bit disastrous for that team right there. This is kind of why it is a little bit important where you can kind of, get on the same strategy or at least kind of be in the same vicinity of your teammates for these pit stops. I have a feeling we're going to see green stops here.
I really hope so. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Everybody doing a great job out there again, knowing that they need to kind of protect themselves. I think the biggest risk right now, Tony, is those checkups we keep seeing on the bottom. Everybody's doing a good job of managing it right now, but one wrong move there, and that could spell disaster for these guys just because of the way the checkups happen here in the turn 3.
Yeah, they've been a little brutal, but a lot of guys, they're giving each other space. I mean, they're definitely not hard racing out there, and they're not going to, they're not really on top of each other that much. So there might be a little bit of ooh, Kevin Ruff just disappeared. He's back. That could be a bit of a cause for the checkup as well.
This is shaping up to be a Tim Wortman kind of race. He's led a lot of laps tonight. He's just got to finish that one off. He's getting a big push from Luna right there into the corner. And this is a good opportunity, Tony, to kind of learn some things for the end of this race. How much of a push can I get him? How far out can we get? How much do I need to back up to get a run? All those things you kind of start playing around with when you get a chance like this, and you want to try to learn something for the end of this race.
How much can I push him out in front so he burns another gallon of gas? Again, like I said, that's kind of the biggest hurtful right now with Tim and Kevin. They're spread out, and then with Tim using so much more gas than probably Kevin is at this point, it's going to be a miracle for them to kind of actually, stay in sequence for these stops.
Well, we got some checkups here coming off the corner. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, it was Devin, the number 3, that had a little issue there.
Flashed out or something. I did see him off the chart here.
But we are in that realm. I mean, we're 30 laps after again, and you can kind of see the cars getting a little bit shaky as well. And there's a lot of sparks flying, too, from all these cars as well. Everybody's running a grind setup, it looks like. Low, very low.
Running the bottom of these cars off.
Yeah. It almost makes me wish we had a night race, like not a 2 a.m. night race, but, maybe a little bit more darkness.
These guys back here got lined back up, and should be able to catch back up here. The draft, although, yeah, they're far back, but they're starting to, I don't know, panic might be starting to set in a little bit. Ben Tracy's got to get some help from Chris Harrison. They got to catch TJ Bartell. If you want to catch them, you might think, hey, if they're going to wreck, this is kind of where you want to be back here. Give yourself a little space.
Well, yeah. Survival, and then the best way to survive is make sure you stay out of it. And believe it or not, we just hit halfway.
Halfway through here, lap 65.
And, Tim Wortman, EJ Luna out in front. And yeah, Tim's been leading since lap 41. So got what, 4 laps, 25 laps now.
Got Eric Driggins trying to make a move on the outside of Hoffner there. Hoffner going to go on by. Going to drive back to the inside. That was an experiment. It didn't work out that time, but again, learning for the future.
Yeah, seeing that number 18 in that DeWalt skin, that's a Joe Gibbs throwback if I've ever seen it. Reminds me of the Kenseth car in a way. I mean, obviously wrong number.
Or Carl Edwards.
Or yeah, that's right. Edwards, yeah, ran DeWalt for a little while as well.
Or Christopher Bell.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Bell. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the new guys. Those names don't ring a bell.
But you're right, JGR.
Hit it right. It's very Joe Gibbs-esque.
Let's checking our guys back here. Look at that. Right back together. No problem. Everybody together.
Yeah, everybody's still on the lead lap too. Everybody in the same group, and we're just waiting.
Is the clean racing that you want to see if you're a driver out there. Things are going to be calm. It might get a little crazy at the end. It's kind of expected here, but you got to get to the end first to kind of settle it amongst yourselves, and that's exactly what these drivers are doing an awesome job at here, taking care of each other, just making sure you're around at the end. If you can see them, what did I say last time? If you can see the leader, you can be the leader.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah. And we are just we're at that nice lap right now, and we're getting close to where these guys can pit and actually make it on fuel. So I would be shocked if we see some guys coming in with maybe another 5 laps or so.
So there's the graphic, 25 laps. I think they can go on fuel. Now that's going to be closer to the leader's number than I think anybody else's. If they're saving fuel, they can go a little bit farther in the back. But I feel like that 25, now 24 laps is kind of a good number for the leader here. That how far they can go. Now, whether they go that far, like you said, they could pit now and probably make it to the end. The risk for that is going down a lap, though. So you might try to hit it halfway in the run a little bit. You might try to stretch this out and hope for a caution. You might see both strategies employed here. But the thing is, you kind of want to pit when everybody else is pitting. You don't want to go that lap down.
Right. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, if we are going to see a caution, an actual yellow, there could be, that happening just on pit road. The way they're racing on track, everybody looks pretty calm for the most part. But yeah, if they get a little upset going on pit road, we definitely maybe see a yellow here. Somebody missed the box, somebody hit some barrels. You never know. And yeah, there is that fear that you go in to take your pit stop and the yellow flies the next lap.
I wonder, Tony, how many guys actually practice the green flag stop here, knowing that was a possibility. I wonder if, I guess we're going to find out who's prepared, right?
Well, it's not even the fact that, did they do single car? Did they do team attempts of pitting all at the same time? Probably not.
Matt Cox had an issue off turn 2 there, just all of a sudden. I think he got loose or what? Shot up the track.
He lost a lot of room there to his teammate.
And this is a worry too, that the handling starts going away, and this could cause a problem.
Yeah, and generally though too, on these plate tracks, as a team, I always like pitting a little earlier than the rest of the field. But I've seen it work in obviously the other directions as well. It really comes down to execution of the team. If you can get in, get out, and stay together, and get that draft and get that run built up right away. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, it's as these laps are clicking off, we're at lap 74 already. We're going to start seeing some guys coming in. I bet you another 5 to 10 laps here for sure.
Well, like you said, that they probably know, or at least, well, we know. I don't know if they know, but they should know. You had 4 cars back there at the back of the pack that were going the same speed, if not faster, by themselves. So if you can get in pits with your teammate, get out and hook up, you can go as fast, maybe even faster than the leader's going right now, and make up some time. So that is an opportunity, but that is a risk, because if you do that and the caution comes out, you're going to be a lap down.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to hope maybe you get the wave around, but that might not always work as well. And you're going to have the one guy too. If you got a group, say, we'll just use first to engage, for example. the lead car that's lapped down is going to get the wave around, or he'll get the lucky dog. But then the other cars maybe get the wave around. It's still going to jazz you up in your order, and you're going to be all the way in the back of the pack. So it's risky.
Risky,
but it's a gamble. It's a gamble you got to take though sometimes.
Well,
and sometimes it pays off.
If you're running back there in 14th or something like that, if you're running in the back half of the top 15 or so, it's a little easier to make that gamble. You might try to pull that, saying, no, I'm not having a good night anyway. But that's still hard to do at a plate track, though, because you really feel like anybody's got a shot at this one. Anybody out there running right now could win this race easily. So it's kind of hard to throw that opportunity away to do that. But it is just a slight, a little bit easier if you're back there towards the back.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking, too. I mean, really, the only group, I should say team, would be Speed Demon. And that's Harrison, Chad Curran, and Derek Cat right now. And Derek Cat's on the Speed Demon 2 team, but I think they're all affiliated. And, if you're looking at one of those guys, 16, 17, 18th place right now, that might not be a bad strategy to go in early for that group. Maybe they could bring in Tracy with them. I know Tracy's kind of running on his own today. George Hendricks got a teammate, EJ Luna, all the way up at the front of the pack, but EJ's kind of in bed with the Hot Lap Heroes right now. And I don't even know if George is. I don't even see George in Discord, so I don't know.
Looking at
George
might
be the castaway.
Our biggest movers here tonight so far, EJ Luna leading the charge there. You got Mason Hoffner up there. Both of those guys up 9 spots from where they started. And then Jeff Chandler there as well, 8 spots up. Currently riding right inside the top 10. Boy, they are stacked tight now.
Well, you can tell these guys they're probably in their F1 menus and F3 menus and looking at, do we want to take tires? And I assume everybody's going to eventually. They will probably take tires. How much fuel are we putting in? You've got to make sure. And a guy like Jeff Chandler, he's waiting on these Hot Lap Heroes. When he sees Nick Alford, go in, he's going to be popping them in too. So I'd assume the 31's got his eyes solely on that 98 right now, just waiting for that. Waiting for that group to maybe go in, because he knows that once they go in, the rest of the team's going to go in as well. That's kind of where you got to do, especially at this point of the race. You got to keep the peepers out there, figure out who you're going to go with. Maybe you're going to go with just your team if you have enough teammates. But if you're kind of a lone wolf like a Jeff or a TJ or even like a Ben Tracy, you're looking at some of these other teams and you're going to kind of make a decision based off what these guys are doing.
Well, you talk about the lone wolves, but what about if you're separated from your teammates? You got Dave of Wortman, he's leading, and Kevin Ruff back in 10th. You got EJ Luna, who's in 2nd. The closest car to him that he'd be working with would be Nick Alford 6th. So you have to consider that as well. Are you going to have to drop back to them to work with them, or do you want to pit with the guys you're running around?
Well, and that's the thing with Wortman. Wortman's going to be, he's so far up front, and with Kevin being so far back down the run, if Kevin says, okay, we're going to go when Hot Lap Heroes goes, and if Hot Lap Hero goes without saying that they're going, Tim's going to overshoot that pit. Tim's going to miss it, and Kevin might be able to go with them. I mean, in all honesty, Tim should almost drop to the back, get with his teammate. I hate to say it, but that might not be a bad strategy for him.
But you're not going to give that track position up.
I know, but I'm just, if you think logistically, here we're sitting in the broadcaster booth here, and to me, looking at it, at the grand picture, Tim needs to get with his teammates somehow so he doesn't get kind of sold out on these pit stops. Because, again, the pit stops is going to be the most important part of this race here.
Right aboard the 31 of Jeff Chandler.
Wortman's just hoping that, and I'm sure Kevin as well, they're just hoping that maybe somebody from Hot Lap Heroes or maybe somebody from First to Engage is going to say, we're pit. And I've got my ear to the chat waiting to hear it as well. So I'll let you know if I hear something. But
we got 47 laps remaining.
Yeah, the way this pit entry is though too, you might be able to start seeing them take that road down, but in theory they don't necessarily have to call it out. It's not going to hurt too many. You're not going to be too caught off guard from it.
In no more than 10 laps, we will see our first pit stop. So I estimate the leader's got about 10 laps of fuel left in his tank. He's going to have to pit. That's going to be Wortman. He's going to trigger it. But we might see some before then. Riding aboard with the 3 of Devin Baker. Looking forward. 13th position.
And actually, yeah, well, that kind of brings me to a decent point there, too. I mean, if Wortman says, hey, I'm coming in, he might be able to get more takers.
Well, Wortman's going to be the first one forced to pit, I believe. He's going to be
Right.
burning the most fuel. So, yeah, if you take it all the way down, everybody's going to probably have to come with. Well, I don't know. You might have some guys saving behind you, go another lap or two, but.
Yeah, they might, but you still might take one or two guys with you. If
do you
Wortman
want to
says,
do that, Tony? There is an element of handling here as well.
I know. Well, yeah, I know.
And so you probably want to come in and get those tires sooner rather than later. You're going to lose some time.
I'm just saying, for where Wortman is right now, I think his best play for his race would be to say, hey, we're going in at lap, say 90, and I'm calling it out, and maybe I'll get some guys to come with me. Again, like I said, I think Cavin's too. I mean, he'll get Cavin to go with him at that point. But we got a wreck in the back.
Ben Tracy and George Hendricks together.
No yellow.
No caution. They straighten it up and keep going. Both of them hit pit road.
Yeah. And I don't think that was an actual move for pit road, but wow.
George Hendricks with Legacy or Cohort Motor Club. And Ben Tracy.
Like he just lost the handling on the car.
All right, well, back to our leaders. Let's see. Do they pit this time by? No, they're not.
I don't know what actually happened to Ben, because Ben was up on top of the track as well, and George kind of followed him up there. Maybe it was that checkup? Maybe they were both checking up for the line?
They were just coming off turn 2, so I don't think it was a checkup.
Yeah. Well, just the fact that both of them kind of went up the track. I'm taking a closer look at it here.
All right, well, while you're doing that, we're just kind of waiting for these leaders to come down, duck down to pit road. They're not coming this time by.
Oh, yeah, there was a little bit of a checkup there, and Ben kind of went up the track, and George followed him in, but wow.
Let's see it real quick. Coming off the corner, Ben up the track, then down the track. Ben got in the wall there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, they're both in the pits right now, they're both a lap down. They both have some pretty good damage.
Still no pit stops from our leaders.
Yeah, nothing yet. It's all quiet. All I hear are tumbleweeds in the backgrounds.
What sound does a tumbleweed make?
Just like a rolling noise. It just... Yeah.
You're welcome.
Just, yeah, crickets right now. I'm waiting for this.
Make a cricket sound.
Yeah.
Still no takers as we hit lap 91 of 130. 40 laps to go. We'll look at our fuel meter again. Looking about 3 laps is about as far as our leaders can go projected.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised that they've let it go as long as they've let it go. But again, yeah, with the handling issues, and they're probably going to be pushing a lot harder, obviously, at the end of this race here. But I can see them saving a little bit. I mean, obviously, they're not on top of each other. So, yeah, I'm waiting. Obviously, nobody in that lap.
Get down to it. And if you're getting nervous out there watching this, like we are, they're pretty nervous in the car, I'm pretty sure, as well. This is going to be a little nerve-wracking trying to get around the corner there with these old tires, not knowing how fast you can carry speed. We're going to see some of the best do it here tonight. Nobody yet. Everybody looks like they're kind of watching and waiting. Like we are.
All right, now I heard, too, Richie Coy's chiming in. He said he's got word that it's 72 laps for fuel. So that means, Wharton might be able to reach lap 100. I mean, he's got to be burning off a little bit more fuel just leading this pack here.
72. I was given 62.
Yeah, weren't you given the same information from the same guy?
No, because this guy there in chat, he's not racing tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Already. Well,
He's doing a good job of officiating, though, keeping everybody clean and green.
Here comes the
There he
leader.
is.
Lap 95. Tim Wortman going to dip down to pit road. Is he by himself?
He is by himself.
So that extra
Not
fuel he
even.
burned decided.
Man, not even Kevin Ruff went with him.
All right. Well, we'll see where he comes out. Maybe he'll come back in the pack and be able to do this. Here he comes down pit road. EJ Luna takes over the lead.
That is the kiss of death right there.
Well, it may be, but he may come out in the pack too. All right, here comes some other guys.
Yeah. All right, hot lap.
Or they're scattered here, spread out, but they're giving each other plenty of room to make this pit road lane.
Yeah, actually, we got quite a bit of grouping, and actually it kind of spaced out our top. Well, 7 guys have stayed out right now. It looks like.
Got to get it slowed down here for pit road.
Man,
though.
Villalobos got right into Nick Alford coming into pit road.
I don't see any indications of any speeding or any black flags, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Because luckily we are able to see that now. So we'll get that notification, but no speeders so far.
All right, the rest of the group are in. So yeah.
Here comes Sean Rogers, Matt Cox leading them down, Jose Medina, Greg Carr, all in a line.
DJ, Derek Cat. A little bit of mayhem on exit there with those hot lap guys. They're trying to trying to figure out who's going where.
So far, so good.
Actually, I'm kind of looking at Tim Warman right now. He might not be too bad. He's obviously up to speed. He's gonna fall in line here with some of these guys. So he's gonna have some cars around him. So that definitely maybe not the kiss of death that we were thinking. He is a lap down though.
And EJ Luna did a great job on pit road. Unfortunately, though, he is not a lap down. By the way, Tim is on the lead lap.
Okay, yeah, he did get back on the lead lap. Yep,
EJ Luna out there leading together, but he's all by himself. He's going to get eat up here. These hot lap guys are kind of lined up. They're going to stick with him, though.
Yeah, so they got a 5-car group here. I believe they're catching. Who's that from?
Maybe Jose Medina.
Okay, so Medina,
and Matt Cox, Greg Carr, and Sean Rogers, actually your leaders, out 3 seconds ahead of these guys.
Yeah, they were the late stoppers.
So there's your 3-car lead pack. Can EJ Luna and those guys catch them?
Sounds like I'm going to need to pull out the calculator here because we're going to have to start figuring it out. We go with 30 to go. Let's see what kind of speed our top 3 are running right now. They're running 30.2.
EJ ran a 29.9. So there you go.
29.9. If they can keep that pace, they are what? How many? 7 seconds behind?
No, they were only 3 seconds back.
3 seconds behind. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they should be there in about 10 laps.
Well, we got 30 to go at the line. 30 laps to go. This is a battle between hot lap heroes trying to catch first to engage up front.
Yeah, well, and the clip that they're running. All right, so
that time by
29.9. Yeah, and then a 10th quicker the backpack was.
Yes.
So they need to single file and.
Well, here's some easy math for everybody at home. If you're 3 seconds back and you gain a 10th a lap, how many laps is it going to take you to catch them?
Yeah.
30. How many laps do we have to go? Well, now 29. So
48, 29. And they were roughly about a 10th quicker that lap as well.
Something happened to Eric Driggins. He's going a lap down. I see that he crashed, so we'll have to go back and look and see what happened to the 18.
Well, it forced those 3 guys to kind of go up on the outside too. So I don't know if that slowed them down a little bit. I mean, although they are picking up a car though.
I was going to say, is 18 going to latch on? Looks like he's maybe.
He's struggling, but yeah, he might be able to kind of latch on a little bit.
Let's go back and see what happened to the 18 here. On the replay coming off the pit road. Oh, straddling that seam coming off pit road and gets out of shape. Actually,
Got a
spins it
little
out.
shape. Yeah.
But,
Well, and
it's a turn.
they are actually the backpack, or I should say the second group right now. They are actually starting to catch them a little bit. They're starting to pull. It's down to 2.3 seconds now.
That last lap was a 29.9 for our leader, 29.7 for EJ Luna.
Yeah. So yeah, passing Eric Driggins there, it did kind of slow them up there. And I can almost imagine too, EJ and that group back there, they were probably thinking, man, if Eric didn't catch up to them, he could have been a little bit of an air bridge. You know how I like to call that one little lone car in between two packs. You know, that's that little air bridge, because you know once these guys get into that 1 second round, that's when the draft really picks up here.
I think it's George Hendricks coming back on pit road, or coming back on the track there. Well,
Yeah.
those top three are linked up, man. They're pushing for everything that's worth. We'll see what this lap is for those guys and see what happens between there and EJ. EJ actually ran a 670 last time by. Let's see what this lap is for the leaders. 29.8, barely an 8. EJ
And the
Luna,
back, same thing.
29.8, but about a half a tenth faster.
Yeah. They're down to 2.1, so they got another 1.1 to go here, and they can get into that draft territory.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they catch the draft, that's going to be important. And the 18's not really able to kind of close up on these guys.
No.
So it's actually not even 2 seconds probably for the guys to start catching that draft. And that's not really what not what those three cars really want.
No, and they got to think too. Yeah, I mean, we're going 2.8 right now. They're at 2.08, but they're at about 2.05 right now. And if you figure too where Eric Driggins is, if they could get a second off Eric Driggins, they should be able to start really pulling some draft.
Right.
They got it. They almost need Eric to kind of fall back a little bit. He needs to be that air bridge.
This is going to kind of be like the dog chasing the car, though, because once you catch him, what do you do? Do you try to pass him? Do you pull up to him and then formulate a plan? What do you do?
Well, you're going to have to ask the first to engage, because are they going to be the ones that are going to maybe make it a little hard for them to pass them? I have a feeling, though, once they get into that 1 second grouping and they start really pulling some speed off of them with the draft, I don't think they're going to be a force to be stopped. So I think they're going to go right around them.
So I'm going to set this up for everybody. So you got EJ Luna, Fetter Place, Alfred, Villalobos, all working together in the same Discord, the first four in this line. Then you got Jose Medina back there, who is the 5th place car in this line. He is actually teammates to the top 3. So when they catch the top 3, he's going to be working with them.
Yep.
And then you got Wortman, who's led all these laps. He's kind of out there by himself. It's going to be interesting to see who he kind of picks to go with here when that happens.
Well, yeah, I figure Jose's probably going to stay low. Wortman, I assume he's going to probably go with hot lap. It really just depends on what first to engage does up front there, if they're going to, make themselves a little bit wider than where they're at right now. But again, if they do that, they're going to kind of break up that little air draft they got going on right now.
1.8 seconds is the gap between first and fourth. Yeah.
Well, it's less than that, though, isn't it?
1.8, 1.7, now 1.6.
I think they've caught that. I think they've caught that. I think they caught the tail end of Driggins here.
Driggins dropped off a little bit right there off of turn 2.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't have an accurate reading of where Driggins is compared to the rest of the to the team up in front, but I think they're within that 1 second realm now.
1.5.
If not, they're awfully close to it. They got plenty of time to get there. We still got 19 more to go.
19 laps. Lap 112. Sean Rogers leading. Greg Carr, Matt Cox, your top 3. All first to engage, all teammates, but we got the hard chargers of Hot Lap Heroes and Jace Motorsports back there working together, trying to close in the gap.
Actually, they fell off a little bit. They're down to 1.7. I have to go all the way up front here. I'm kind of in the blimp cam, just kind of watching these two fields, two groups working together. I'm just trying to see if there's a little bit of pushing going on. And yeah, we got Greg Carr. He's definitely giving Sean Rogers a little shove here. He is doing everything he can to keep these guys up front. But you got Fetter Place still doing the same thing for Luna.
Yeah, and Fetter Place is having to be careful. Both those guys try not to overheat their car, and I would say more so the concern is with Fetter Place because you got to push to get there. Then you got to push to try to pass them as well. So you don't want to use all your engine, your engine up trying to get there either. You want to have something to push with once you get there.
Well, they were 0.3 quicker that last lap. Fetter Place with the best lap of that lap. So they're in that range now. They're definitely within the 1 second range. And yeah, that number is coming down. They're in 1.1. It's gonna be 1 second. Yeah, here they come.
Yeah, Luna's got to try not to pull away from Fetter Place here. Got to kind of keep them connected.
They all are gonna have to decide then too. They're not gonna go out there and ride. They're gonna go side by side here.
All right,
They just gotta hope Driggins stays where he's. Driggins got to stay where he is though.
Where's he going to go? To the top, to the bottom?
Yeah, but they're way spread out right now. You almost need those guys all together in the back. Hot Lap Heroes really needs to kind of sync up here.
All right, there's the back of Driggins, giving Driggins a push. Actually going to push him forward.
I think if the three of them, if they kind of stayed together, Hot Lap, that is, they would have been able to kind of push around this whole group here, but they got spread out. I think it kind of killed their momentum. So now you're gonna have to make the outside line working, and who's doing it? Tim Wortman.
Yeah, Wortman decides he's not going to wait. He's going to go to the top here now. Who's going to go with him?
Yep. And you can see he's trying to work that side draft now. He's really the lone car up there.
Here goes.
Oh, here we go.
EJ
Yeah,
Luna, Fetter Place, Alfred all to the top. Villalobos there as well. Going to try to get around Driggins.
And Wortman gives Villalobos a good push there. He goes down to the inside. He's going to get stuck by a Driggins here. Is he going to go 3 wide? There's no place to go.
They're slowly working around Driggins. It's going to take a few laps off their charge here, but Wortman up the track almost a little bit. Almost Alfred there.
I mean, it was a good move to go down, but yeah, unfortunately with Driggins there, there's really no place to go.
Now they're stuck side by side.
Yeah. I'm not saying Eric is hindering the progress at all, but well, he might be hindering the progress a little bit.
If I'm Luna, Fetter Place, any of those guys that caught this up, I'm a little annoyed now because I got a lap car here interfering with our charge to the front trying to race for the lead, which is understandable.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eric obviously he doesn't really have the car with him right now. Okay, there goes Wortman to the top line.
He slide up in front of Driggins, in EJ Luna. He's going to do it.
Man, I'll tell you though, look at what it did to Jose Medina though. He brought Jose Medina up through the back of that line and went all the way around all those Hot Lap Hero guys. And really, if you think about it, Wortman and Luna were at the back of the pack when they were trying to catch him. And now they've caught him, and now they're in the front. And I don't even want to say they're 2 packs. There's only 1 pack right now.
We're trying to find a way around the lap car Driggins.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they're probably hoping maybe Eric just want to, go to the top side. Just get out of the way. Definitely don't
up the
hit
track.
me.
Yeah. It's not what you wanted there.
All right, Luna's got to give Wortman a push there. They got to get by Eric. I think once they get finally by him, they might have a shot. But man, that took a lot of laps.
Better place now with side by side with 18 of Driggins. He's going to have to clear here, but you're right. The 2 of them are kind of clear. The problem is you got 3 teammates in front of you. Here comes Matt Cox off the track.
Yep. Might be throwing a little bit of a block here. Tim needs help behind him. He's waiting for that line to kind of get back up here. Unfortunately, we only got 9 to go. We're going to be 8 when we hit the line here, and time is running out.
8 laps to go. Oh, Wortman touched the wall there in the middle 1 and 2. Oh, is Luna going to try to look to the outside? They're going to get back in line here.
Now the big question is, If our top three do not change, I was going to say, if they don't change position, who's going to let who win?
Luna to the bottom.
Yeah,
Got to run.
go.
Look at the run up to second spot. Little touch with the 25. Big push from Fetter Place. They get misaligned, though. They're going to have to get back in line.
They kind of sorted it back out. Luna's back out on a little bit of a charge here.
Doing a good job holding the bottom here. They're coming up on a lap car, too, though. Shaq Curran up the track, up the road here.
Hey, guess what? We got a race. They got
7 laps.
The lap cars, they're going to have to get to the outside line. That's proper etiquette here. Hopefully they're going to do it. They might
side
actually
by side for the lead. Here comes EJ Luna, nosing out front into turn 1.
Better Place needs to kind of give him that shove again. What are the lap cars going to do? All right, they're going to the outside. They're a little late to be doing this, but
well, it's still going to be tight for the outside line here as they go by. They make the first one work. Now they're going to have the wide front stretch here to work by them again. Better Place with a big push to EJ Luna. Going to shove him out front and clear for the lead.
Nick's got to get a little bit of Nick's got to get on the. He's got to get on the Fetter Place a little bit if he wants to continue to maybe get a 1, 2, 3 for these guys. But yeah, we got a 1, 2, 3 finish either way you look at it. And I mean, officially, I know EJ's not part of that team, but he's in the Discord with them, so I'm assuming they're working together for sure.
This ain't over, Tony. 4 laps to go. EJ Luna out front. Nick Alfred wants to clear to help Brandon Fetter Place. Will Fetter Place stay connected to Luna? Will he stay committed? We've seen that at Talladega with him. He stayed connected with his team owner, Kermit Henney. So will he do it again here? Or has he not won frequently or often enough? He's wanting to get a win and get that monkey off his back. What's he going to do here?
Well, the guys that are leading the points right now are 5th and 7th. So they want to put as much distance as they can on these guys.
All right, we'll see in the charge there. 3 laps remaining. Looking side by side here, Sean Rogers, Julio Villalobos. Julio trying to follow them through. The top 3, though, broken away. Now the top 4 are clear.
Yeah, and actually, first engage, they've got way back. Leading, dominating a lot of this race here, and or at least being up front. And yeah, they're 3 wide almost in the back with Matt Cox.
Yeah, Tim Wortman back there as well. Tim, that did not work out for him at all. Going to the back there.
Well, Tim's biggest problem, we say this on every, the super speedways are a friend race, and if you don't have a lot of friends out there,
well, I mean, he's got friends. He just don't have teammates.
yeah.
We've got plenty of friends out there, but not willing to push him. But we come off turn 4. Right. We're going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go for EJ Luna out front. Brandon Fetter Place, Nick Alford. Who's going to win it?
Yeah, this looks pretty uncontested, at least for the team right now. But, are they going to leave Luna out there?
Down the backstretch for the final time. It's 34 Fetter Place looking high. He's going to look high. Going to bring Nick Alford with him. The 45 going to duck to the bottom, though. Here we come through 3 and 4. Who's going to take the win? Oh, Villalobos looking to the inside. No, he's going to get a push to the... Who's going to win this? It's going to be a drag race, and I think... Fetter Place is going to take the win.
Yeah, he got it by .039. It's showing on the board here. Actually, in iRacing, it's showing .014.
040 is what I have on my screen. 4 hundredths of a second between EJ Luna and Brandon Fetter Place. But Fetter Place, your winner tonight. We got our exciting finish, Tony. What an amazing finish there.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean, there was a time, where you didn't even think the Hot Lap Hero guys were going to even get up there, and we were wondering who was going to get sold out. Unfortunately, EJ got sold out. I mean, but hey, second's not bad. And what a great race. And guess what? 100% green. We only had our stage. Green flag pit stops. I mean, this is how you do it around here.
Absolutely. What a great job for those guys back there to catch as well. The guys up front, they saw it coming. They didn't do anything drastic. Tried to race with them. Tried to race cleanly. Awesome job by everybody here tonight. Great race and an awesome finish once again. Just so close. You're right. It fixed itself. .014 is the gap.
Yep. Yeah, wow.
What
Yeah, I
an
was going to say
amazing.
that's what, a splitter and a half, maybe. I mean, that's pretty. Not the closest we've ever had, but it's pretty doggone close.
Listen, I think Federer Place has lost these by inches. He won this one by inches. So what goes
That's
around
right.
comes around. Heartbreak for EJ Luna, though, on the other side. I know he wanted to win this one, but man, what an awesome job he did to lead this pack up to the front pack, lead them by, choose the bottom, gets the push from Federer Place to clear, and still comes home second. So a great race by everybody out there, and again, a great finish out here tonight. And I'm excited. I love to see it, man. But let's look at our results here. Brandon Federer Place with that win over EJ Luna. You see the gap there. It's another close finish here for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Nick Alford finishes in third. Villalobos in fourth. Jose Medina comes home with a fifth place. A great top five for him. He was able to kind of run with that pack and catch the top three. Greg Carr in sixth. Yeah, he actually did. Greg Carr in sixth position there. Tim Wortman in seventh. That's going to be disappointing for him, but still a pretty good solid finish there. Sean Rogers, who led that front pack, him and Matt Cox, 8th and 9th. TJ Bartel with the top 10 at the end of the day. You got Kevin Ruff back there in 11th position. Some of these guys having issues on pit road. Chris Harrison in 12th. You got 13th for Derek Cat, 14th for Devin Baker in the 3, 15th spot for the 30 of Mason Hoffner. You got Jeff Chandler in 16th position. 17th is going to go to Eric Driggins. 18th for Shad Curran. 19th for George Hendricks. And 20th for Ben Trace. We saw those issues back there on the backstretch. Really our only incident tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, but wow, what a great finish. What a great race. I mean, hats off to everybody out there. I mean, I can't wait to talk to these guys. I'm sure it was a white knuckle, but, they're taking the gloves off and they're able to kind of stretch out them fingers a little bit and maybe a crack open a beer or two, right?
I think what we saw out there, you might have some white knuckles, but you're still able to shake hands. And that's what matters
right.
At the end of the day, man. What a great finish. When we come back, we'll talk to our top three finishers and see what they have to say about tonight's exciting race and exciting conclusion here at Atlanta. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, finishing up the Victory Fuel Cup Series Atlanta 200 here on Full Throttle Television. Brandon Federer Place your winner tonight. We're going to kick it over to our post-race show. I don't know what I was about to say. Post-race show is presented by the Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast. You want to check those guys out on Apple Podcast or on Spotify. They do race. They review the action of the week, usually on Monday nights. And I'm not so sure, Tony, with a 2 a.m. race, if they had a chance to review this one yet. They usually release them on Mondays. We'll give them a little break. Maybe they haven't got it out yet. I don't know. Maybe they have. But definitely a late race last night, and those guys always have some fun tidbits, some things to say about the races. So you definitely want to check them out, and even include some of the sim racing stories or personal stories. You never know what you're going to hear with those guys. Apple iTunes and on Spotify, you want to search the Fine Line and Whiskey podcast. Let's talk to our top 3 finishers, and we'll start with our third place finisher, which is one of the hosts of the Fine Line and Whiskey podcast, is Nick Alford. Nick, man, congratulations. Third place finish tonight. It was a hard-fought third place, but you guys did a great job to catch that pack and put yourself in position there at the end.
Where am I? Am I in an interview this season?
I know. We haven't talked to you in a while.
Who's
I
this?
feel like y'all are strangers now.
We were trying to give you a break because we know you got that little podcast going on, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of talking there.
Man. But yeah, third, I'll take it, man, after this season and how it's gone. We just kind of worked as a team with EJ. EJ and Julio, we all linked up, and we were fast at the end.
Yeah, you guys were fast. You were fast all the way through the race, but man, it looked like it was a little bit of a struggle for you early on. You were back there. I don't know if it was that planned to kind of ride in the back in case something happened, or did you lose the draft there?
No, well, so as soon as we took the green, I went into turn 1 and 2, and everybody blinked.
Oh.
So I thought I started blinking really bad, so I was like, okay, I'm going to drop back. And I dropped too hard back because I lost the draft. Luckily, Julio kind of lost it a little bit. Something happened with him, and he joined me back there, and we were able to catch up to those other 2 cars and get around them and lead that little group and catch, well, not really catch the next group, or the main pack, but at least stay on the lead lap for the stage. So
Yeah,
it worked out.
It was definitely a good rebound. I know, like I said, we saw you guys back there. You worked up through there. We were kind of watching you work through the field though after the stage. You found Brandon. You dropped down, and you guys, I guess, decided at that point to ride. And I figured that was the case. I even caught. I said he's looking for his teammate out there. You found your teammate. You dropped in line, and you guys just rode to the pit stop.
Yeah, that's really all you can do at these drafting tracks nowadays. I mean, I was making good hay. Getting the draft on the bottom and then just jumping out to the top in 3 and 4 and then just getting a couple spots and dropping back down. I was having a little bit of fun doing it, but the gas tank was suffering doing it.
Yeah. Well, we had questions about how long you guys could go on gas anyway, so it was kind of a surprise to us as well, man. But like I said, a great finish. And the last thing I'll ask you about is you guys caught that lead pack. You had that lap car, the 18 there. That had to be a little... It had to be a little frustrating at that point. I'm glad it worked out for you guys, but man, you caught those and you was having a hard time. You guys were having a hard time getting that push to get around them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who it was. He was just riding his own race. I get it, but you got a little bit of situational awareness will go a long way around here. So like, you got to know that we're trying to get up there, but it is what it is. It worked out in the end. We were able to get the bottom back from them. That lead group, they took 2 tires. And we were aware of that. And I think our 4 tires was a little bit better at the end.
That would make sense. And you're right there. Yeah, 2 versus 4. And that's why they kind of struggled when you guys caught them. So that definitely makes sense. And I'll say in defense of the 18 too, you guys actually caught 2 more cars for him to pass. So riding with those guys, actually, I think he was able to maybe gain 2 more positions. So at least if he's looking forward to that kind of makes sense, I guess. So, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Worked out for you guys. Great run for you in third, and great finish for the team once again. It's good to talk to you again for sure, man. So I'm going to throw it to you. Let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, first and foremost, thanks to you guys for putting on a hell of a league. Thanks to Premier Race Setups. Really, really fast every single week. We put a lot of work in to get these things dialed. Hot Lap Heroes, shout out to them. We're missing 2 of our 4. Brian is out LARPing in the field with the National Guard. And then Tyler, I don't even know where Tyler's at. I think he might be there might be an Amber Alert for Tyler soon, but Um, then Fine Line Whiskey Podcast. Obviously, catch us on Thursdays and Fridays. We skipped the Spotlight show this week. We got a huge show coming in 2 weeks, so stay tuned on the Spotlight show. There's a massive guest, not size, but his reach is huge. So we're excited about that.
Interesting. Little teaser.
Little teaser.
I hear you, man. All right. Well, hey, it's great to talk to you. I look forward to seeing who you guys have on there, too. You have to shoot me a message. Let me know when that one's out. But I'll definitely check them out, man. Congratulations on the third tonight. Great run for the team, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Thanks.
There's your third place finisher tonight, Nick Alford, in the number 98. Chargers from the back. Had some issues early on, rebounded nice to a third place finish. Tony, I think you're standing by with our second place finisher. Oh, so close, but comes home just a little short, the 81 of EJ Luna.
Yep, over here with EJ Luna. And EJ, before we get started, I keep calling you Eli, man, and I'm really sorry, and I don't want to keep doing it. It's just a slip of the tongue. But man, dude, you had a hell of a race. I mean, you teamed up with Hot Lap. You were leading that group, charging down the leaders. And I think you got caught up with the 18 a little bit, but you finally filtered through. And then, unfortunately, you get sold out by the teammates you were with. But, man, still second's pretty good from the night you had, huh?
Yeah, man. That was so much fun. We worked really well together. We got all the pit stops on point. That last run after we cycled out, we did our freaking best to close that gap. And fortunately, we were able to get back up to him. But, yeah, Brandon, he got me there. I should have known better, though. I saw that little gap build, and I guess I just haven't ran these super speedway races in a while. Just forgot about that slingshot move and gave him the opportunity. I kind of pushed him up, try to slow his run, but man, just that push at the end was all the difference, I guess. But it was a lot of fun. Nothing to hang our head over. P2. I'm actually proud of that. These guys, it was so fun working with them, and I'm looking forward to maybe the next super speedway.
Yeah, well, it's good to have friends out there. Yeah, and I mean, you and Julio being teammates as well. I mean, you kind of hook up with those guys, and yeah, I mean, it worked out. I mean, all four of you. I mean, granted, I wouldn't say you guys are teammates, but you definitely work together. So I'll give it a team 1, 2, 3, 4 finish there. And yeah, like I say, you guys were doing good, and I know it sucks being in that first car spot, and you don't know if you're going to get sold out or not. And you know, hey, it could go worse than second, but yeah, second's still a good place to finish up. I mean, it was exciting, a good, clean, green race. And from what your teammate was saying too, Nick Helford, not teammate, but you guys took 4. The group in front took 2. How was the car handling all night? It looked like early on that the car was starting to get some handling issues, but as the race went on, you guys seemed a little bit more straight and narrow.
Yeah, so the car felt a little edgy at first and then started building tight as the tires wore in. That last pit stop with the 4 tires, the balance actually wasn't too bad. So I was just holding my line. Brandon was doing his best to push me forward, and I kept it stuck, man. We were moving. So I guess that last set of tires wasn't too bad.
Well, it was a great run, great effort. I mean, yeah, you guys. You guys were behind. We were wondering if you're even going to catch them, and then you finally kept working on them, and yeah, here you are in the podium spots. And again, man, congrats on second. Congrats to the team. The floor is yours, man.
I really appreciate that. Full Throttle Sim Racer for putting this on. Hot Lap Heroes, thank you guys for having me team up with you guys. That 1, 2, 3, 4 finish is freaking nothing to bat an eye at. And well, my guys in cohort MC couldn't make it today, but this is for them. This is for everybody watching, supporting. Really appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Hey, I got a quick question before you let me go. EJ, if you don't mind, what does the E and J stand for? It's not Eli, is it?
Yeah,
No.
that'd be hilarious.
Well, I'm a junior, so that's where the J comes from, and my first name is Heriberto.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Tony, go
I
ahead and
think
say
EJ's
that.
Eddie Besto, is that correct?
Hey, I'll take it, man. Close enough.
Awesome, man. We love seeing it, man. You led so many laps out there now tonight, man. Had a great car. Come up just one spot short, but a great job out there. Congratulations on that, man, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, so much fun. Thank you, guys. See ya.
All right, there's EJ Luna. Sorry, I had to get that in, Tony. I wanted to know. I was just
Hey,
curious.
That's a good question. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been even funnier if it was Eli, but it's Eddie.
It's
So,
not Eli.
yeah.
So we'll get that straight. All right, let's talk to our winner here. Let's step down here to victory lane. The Brandon Fetter place winner tonight here at Atlanta. Brandon, man, congratulations! You just nipped him there at the line. It was zero. It was .014 is the official margin, man. So congratulations!
Wow.
What another close finish for you. I know you've been on the losing end on those, and now you're on the winning side of those as well. And again, I want to say this too. I remember you saying you don't like super speedways, yet you keep winning them. So it just shows you got a good team behind you, man. Congrats.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do as well as I do without the team. I mean, those guys are just irreplaceable. I couldn't. I just don't know what to say about them. I mean, we knew we had speed tonight, but it was going to take a big team effort to actually pull this one off tonight, and we did.
It absolutely took a team. It took a team to run down the top three who took two tires, got about a 3-second margin on you guys. You had to kind of pull it back together, work together, and run them back down, and you did with about 10 to go. So yeah, definitely a team sport out there in super speedways, and you guys got some of the best out there. And I know it's been kind of a struggle as of late, or at least you feel like it's been a struggle. We haven't talked to you as much as we usually do, but you finally got that monkey off your back tonight, winning here. I thought maybe you were going to push the 81 like you did as team owner, Kermit Henney, but she's like, nope, I hadn't won lately. I need to get one of these.
Yeah. So I had my vacation last week. And got a little recharged. July is a kind of a rough month for me personally, but I took some time off. Watched that race. Wasn't too thrilled with how we performed, and I just told them, hey, we got to do better. And so we all rallied together and made it work. So and first off, EJ, Luna, and Julio, those guys are amazing. I mean, they were teammates to us all night, and without their help, we couldn't have done it either.
Yeah, like I said, team sport, but only one can stand in victory lane, and why not the team owner, right? I love heroes. Gotta get one for the team, and love to see it, man. It was a lot of fun racing out there. You guys close to sometimes 3-wide racing. There was a lot of riding before we had the green flag pit stop, but we had green flag pit stops. We didn't have a caution for incident all night. You guys had to come down pit road, that wonky pit road here in Atlanta. I guess talk about that experience.
It was definitely very nerve-wracking because some of us felt more comfortable getting on the apron and going through 3 and 4 on the apron than others. So there was a vast speed difference. And so I think I bumped Julio a little bit getting into 3 because I just felt way more comfortable than he did entering.
Yeah.
And then I think he started pushing on Nick, so I backed way up because, I'm like, I don't want to be the reason we all get wrecked here. So I backed way up and Nick and him were talking it out, and then we all made it on the pit road just fine. But yeah, that was really nerve-wracking.
Listen, no cautions for incidents. We'd have a small incident back there behind you, but we had no cautions for incidents, no penalties on pit road. Everybody got on and off pit road without any issues.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing out there. I mean, you guys put on a show, and then when I say a show, it might not have been the most exciting at times, but you guys knew what you had to do to get to the end to compete for this win. You got to survive. And that's exactly what you have to do here at Atlanta. So love to see it, man. Love to see the best of the best come out and put on a show like this. So congratulations on the win. I'm going to throw it to Tony. Tony, hopefully I didn't take all your talking points. Go ahead and take it away.
No, I'm, first of all, I mean, you got karma working in your favor because, last time we were at a super speedway, you pushed a guy to the lead, and this time you beat him by 0.014 seconds. You beat, another teammate, the Cohart group. So I guess the question is then too, with some of your other teammates, your actual teammates, playing hooky tonight, whose idea was it to link up with these guys tonight?
I guess it's technically mine, but we all get along very well. So, I think it was just all of us were just kind of like, hey, we all need to work together, and we did. And, yeah, I guess I get to be the guy that said, yeah, I made the right call to, hey, let's all be friends and teammates and help each other out. But at the same time, all those guys can also say no. So, we were able to, we just raced really well together, and, it works out.
Well, it definitely did. It played out really good, and I've been sold out by a teammate before too. At the last lap of these super speedway. Not talking about anybody in particular, Brody. But yeah, yeah, it's dude. I mean, the run you guys made to catch the lead pack, and then kind of getting stuck behind the 18 there. I don't know if he was throwing a little wrench in the monkey works there, but
He was.
you guys made it around him and just dominated. And yeah, great call on working together. Great job tonight for the whole team, the whole group there. 1, 2, 3, 4 finish. Congrats again for this victory.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him being there. I know why he was there, but I mean, with 10 to go, just get out of the way. Like, what are we doing? Just let the leaders run. But, it is what it is, right?
It worked out in the end. So yeah, I mean, again, congrats to you and the group, and beer's on you. So back to you, Brody.
All right. Well, from vacation to victory lane, Brandon, you recharged, refreshed, and retook the lead there. And I think did you only lead one lap tonight? I think you only led one lap. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I think I did too.
One
I
lap.
d-
Well, you're going to get an
yeah.
achievement for that if you hadn't got it already for leading one lap and winning the race. So there you go, man.
That's nice.
Listen, congratulations. What a move there, coming through or actually down the backstretch where it started with a push from your teammate Nick Alford. You guys had it in control at that point, got the push you needed, and edged them out there at the start-finish line. So congratulations, man, on the win. I'd love to see it. We're going to throw it to you, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, thanks obviously to High Lap Heroes and EJ Luna and Julio and all those guys. What an awesome group to work with. I wouldn't be where I am, especially in this race, without them. So thanks to them. Thanks to Premier Setup Shop for the really fast setups that we get every week. Thanks to the race wrap guy. He's the one that painted the scheme. It was a scheme from my dad 2 years ago. And so in July, we lost him in 2 years ago in July. So I run this scheme in July to, hey, he's riding with me. So, that one's for him. And thanks to y'all for the broadcast. Thanks to all the sponsors, everyone who makes this happen every single week. And hey, win is nice. Let's go get them next week.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I forgot to ask you about the different paint scheme, but that's an awesome story, man. I'm glad you shared that. I wondered why the change there, but that makes a lot of sense, man. Love to see it. Love to see the support. I appreciate you, you and your guys supporting us. And tonight, nights like this, man, I love seeing the race run clean like that and a clean, close finish. That's what we do it. It's all about that. Tony talked about a white knuckle ride, and I said, well, at least at the end of the day, you guys can get out and shake hands. That's awesome. Love to see it, man. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, there's Brandon Fetterplace with the win tonight. What a story about his paint scheme there, Tony, about his dad. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, good remembrance, and F cancer. I mean, I guess, it's a brutal thing, and great way to remember his dad, and probably even dedicated this win to his dad, even though he didn't say it. But I'm sure that's probably where it's at. And I don't know. Overall, I mean, what could you say about tonight's race? It was pretty exciting, a little boring, but there's still good talking points to talk about. And I'll tell you, man, it was pretty exciting these last couple of laps there. It was a great race.
Some people would call it boring, but I love to see the fact that they're thinking about this. Okay, I need to make sure to protect the car, take care of the car, get to the end of the race. That's what the good drivers do. And we've got a lot of great drivers in this league that know that they need to protect their car and get to the end. They knew they had a pit stop coming up. These are the things that unfortunately I think are missing in some of the other races in official and stuff like that, that you lose that. These guys are smart. They know what they're doing, and they pay attention, and that's exactly what it takes to be a winner well, in the Victory Fuel Cup Series. But it takes, to kind of take care of each other, take care of the car, and be there at the end. So that's
It's
part
a
of
veteran
racing.
mentality. Yeah, I mean, it's a veteran mentality. No matter how many guys or how long you guys have been in there, or how many years these guys have been in this sim racing world, but that's the veteran mentality, and yeah, it paid off tonight. And I mean, hats off to everybody in the race tonight. Everybody did a fantastic job. I mean, it was just this is the way races need to be ran.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looking at our races coming up, this is the second of 4 for the week. Tomorrow night we'll be back in action right here at Echo Park Speedway for the Apex Racing Cup Series. It's going to be an exciting one there as well. Look forward to seeing what those guys put on for a show as well there. And then the Sim Racing Points Truck Series on Wednesdays will cap off our 4-race stretch this week. Look forward to seeing those guys as well. So two more nights of racing here on Full Throttle Television. Cannot wait to see what happens next. But the Victory Fuel Cup Series is in the book here. Brandon Fetterplace with your win. And that's going to do it for us here at Echo Park Speedway. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for Apex Racing here on Full Throttle TV.